Oh, what's going on, guys? DustinYewy here, back with the Boston Bruins GM mode. So, I haven't made one in a few days. I apologize for that. I literally came off on the weekend. I had, like 10 or 11 straight working days, which is quite a bit, so I haven't really had time. And I had yesterday off, but I literally just sat around because I was just like, oh, I'm exhausted. So, I didn't make any videos, unfortunately. I did stream, though. Well, I made a COD video, but I've been kind of giving you guys a little bit of chance as well to leave me some comments and stuff. A lot of you guys want me to trade. Sorry, as you can probably see, we're at the trade deadline here. A lot of people wanted me to trade Chara away. However, a lot of people had some good points about us pretty much being in the playoffs. So, you know what? Chara is going to be a huge asset for us in going into the playoffs. And I think that we should keep him at this point. He's our captain. As somebody else has said, he has a no-trade clause in his contract, so I'm not going to get rid of him at this point. We have a game in hand on Tampa Bay, but we have some room to move up, obviously. But I think I have a solution for us in terms of a few trades. So, somebody suggested something about trading Brodeur as well for maybe a draft pick. I don't think I can get a first for him. His value isn't that high. However, we might be able to get a second for him. I mean, he's obviously an older goalie. He's like 42. We do have Subban, who can pretty much come up and just back up for the rest of the season. There's not that much. That's not that many games left, so it'll probably help him progress a little bit too. But the other thing was, because I have Loui Eriksson centering on the second line, it's kind of like, it's not that great. So we're going to trade Loui Eriksson. Oh yeah, I forgot Dougie Hamilton's hurt. And I was looking at a trade with Minnesota for Granlund. So I feel like that's a good trade. Yeah, Granlund's a little bit lesser overall than Eriksson right now. He's only got 1 year left too, so we're gonna have to re-sign him. But currently he's an 84 and he's only 23, and he's a playmaking center. So they already have like 3 centers too. They have Koivu, who's an 89. They have Coyle, who's 84, and then they have Granlund, who's also an 84. So they don't really need 3 centers, 3 potential centers that can play first, second line. I mean, we need Granlund more than they do, pretty much. So the trade is pretty even. I know I'm probably going to have to add something to it, but we're just going to see what they say to begin with. Great trade blog, based on what you asked, copy of. Okay, so let's just see if there's any lesser value players that we could probably give up for them. I don't know if we can or not. Bottom 6 forward. Miller, Charlotte. Nope. Top 9 forward. That's not bad. Bottom 6. We could try this guy. All their values are pretty low, so trade rejected. Yeah, I didn't think that would go through. We do need some room, though, so maybe we can keep him on there. The other thing was draft picks. They will take a second, but I'll try a third first. I think they'll take a second for sure, but we'll try this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so Eriksson, Blid, Boston Bruins third for Granlund. So we keep our second-round pick, which is crucial. So now we have a centerman in Granlund for our second line there, and he's got a ton of potential to move up. He has like 79 faceoffs, so he's not a great centerman, but you know what? He's better than Loui Eriksson at center. Plus, you know, he's got a lot of potential. Loui Eriksson's like 28 or 29, I think. Here, I think he's 29. We just traded him, so he should be. Yeah, he's 29, so he's older. Like, you know what? Don't get me wrong, he's a great forward, but he was also playing left wing because Smith is right wing, so he was kind of on his off wing too. So anyways, there's that, and then I wanted to try and trade Brodeur to St. Louis just because he's on St. Louis right now. So we're going to try that. I don't know if it'll work exactly. It looked like they would take that for a second, possibly. Just the values kind of matched up. There's no way I can get a first for that. He's just not worth enough for a first, unfortunately. And these guys only have a second right now, but as you can see, the second-round pick is like... It's pretty close to Brodeur, so I don't know. We can try that. Hopefully it works. Trade rejected. Yeah, okay. I mean, obviously they already have some goalies, so. But you know what? If I give up maybe a fourth from Calgary, see if that works. There we go. Okay, so we give up a 4th and Brodeur to get St. Louis' 2nd round pick. Now, when it comes to the draft, here's the thing that's going to help us out. So, if we want to try and move up in the draft, we have 3 2nd-round picks now. St. Louis has a bit of a better 2nd-round pick, but we could also trade these 3 2nd-round picks for a 1st-round pick if we want to try and get like a top 10 or something. Plus, we got our first, so depending on how we finish in the playoffs, we might go up or down. If we don't make the playoffs, obviously it'll be a better pick, but we have these 3 2nd-round picks now that we can either get another 1st-round pick or we can move up and get it maybe. Well, we probably could use our 1st plus a 2nd to move up, plus get another 1st-round pick out of it. So currently, that's what we got going. I don't think I'm going to trade anybody else. There's not really a whole lot of guys. I mean, we just got rid of an extra dude for no reason kind of thing to help us out with contracts and stuff. But I think that's pretty much all I want to do right now. So we're going to just finish that off. There we go. And I'm getting a ton of Facebook messages right now, which is really annoying. But, okay, so we can manage roster. And that should put, hopefully it already put the guys in where they need to be. Krejci, oh, it redid my entire lines. Are you kidding me? Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo these really fast. And I will show you guys in a sec here. Okay, so I went through and did the lines. So we got Krejci, Bergeron, Eberle. 2nd line's going to be Lucic, Granlund, Smith. I know Lucic has terrible discipline, but whatever. Gagne, Kelly, Soderberg, Paille, Campbell, Bertuzzi, and then on defense, obviously Morgan Riley. I was reading the Morgan Riley comments. Dougie Hamilton will end up eventually getting put back in here, but every other line is good right now. Subban got called up automatically, which is good. And that is it. So there's our trade deadline. We got 3 2nd-round picks now. We got a future 2nd-line forward, center, sorry, in Granlund. And I think we're good to go. So I kind of think I'm going to play the game against Detroit here. Yeah, we're going to play that game against Detroit. We're going to see how we're doing near that. But I'm going to simulate up to that day. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We'll see if we get any trade offers going into the draft. That's fine, whatever. Okay, Bruins, 3rd for next year. Gibbons, 2 5ths. Yeah, I'm going to decline that. Unless we can... I don't really want to give up a 3rd, though. That's kind of a... I don't think I'm going to be able to get much for... Yeah, we're going to decline that. That's fine. I don't think I'll get much for Robbins, so... I was hoping, like, maybe a 4th-round pick or something, but that's not what they offered us. Joachim Lindstrom, waiver claim. Oh, who's this? He looks kind of young. We'll see. Probably not. 2002. Oh, he's 31. Jeez, no. I was going to say, I've never heard of him, so... decline, that's fine. Decline. It's a terrible trade. No, thank you. All right, so let's go. We're going to play in Detroit, too. It'll be a nice Original 6 rivalry. We'll play against Detroit. Hopefully we can beat them. We've been doing okay. I haven't really played a whole lot of gameplay until recently, so I've been getting a little bit better, which is good. Again, obviously I was gone for a break. Oh, my God, 4-0 to Calgary. That's great. Okay, we need to win some games here, guys. Please, boys. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Philly. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Well, now we're going to not... Oh, man. We're going to not make the playoffs now. What is going on? 4 straight losses. Oh, my God. Okay, Dougie Hamilton is back. Thank God. I'm going to try and get him in there fast. All right, so Dougie Hamilton's back in. Apparently, Riley Smith was hurt, too, so all my lines are all messed up again. I just find it weird because I turned off assistant coach editing lines, so I don't really know why it keeps editing lines. So we're not doing very good right now. We've dropped 4 since the trade deadline, which actually we're 6 losses in a row right now, which is not good if we're trying to make the playoffs. It's not good at all. So we definitely need to pick it up. We got to get some wins here because this is just terrible. I think Tampa Bay is past us right now, so we got to get a dub here, hopefully. Our lines are back to normal, though. Hamilton's back, so hopefully that helps out. Oh, my God. Another 4-0 loss? What is going on? So we're dropped 7 in a row. Looks like we're not going to make the playoffs now. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Pittsburgh. Oh, we got 2 wins in a row. There we go. Okay. Oh my God! Now we got another injury. So Milan Lucic is out with a mild concussion. Oh, geez. Okay, so we got to fix that really fast here. All right, so just our luck. Apparently, Tuukka Rask and Lucic are both hurt. It didn't tell me that Rask was hurt, but looks like Malcolm Subban's starting for the rest of the season, as far as I can tell right now. And oh, now he's back. Okay, never mind. He's back. Okay. I had no idea how long he was hurt. So we're going to fix that. Hopefully, Tuukka Rask is good to go. I don't know why he was hurt. I don't know why it doesn't tell you when there's some injuries, too. It's really weird. So we got to do that really fast here. All right, so thank goodness that Rask is back. But we need to pull some wins together. We are just not having a good stretch. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs. Ah, Lucic is back now. God damn these lines, these injuries. Okay, here we go. All right, so we got Florida. Currently, we are tied for the wild card with the Islanders. For the last spot in the playoffs. We're 5 points out of 3rd, and we're 4 points out of 4th in our division. But like I said, the Islanders have 76 points, and we have 76 points. So we really need a big stretch of games to try and make it in just the wild card. Hopefully we can do that, because I don't think we're going to catch the other 2 teams. We got to really put the pedal to the metal here. So hopefully we can do it. There we go. Okay, so 2 victories. That's going to help us out. Edit scouting assignments. We've done there. We got to do these guys 6 weeks forwards. There we go. All right, so 2 big victories. That's going to help us out. Hopefully that's 4 points. Ooh, it's going to be really close, though. It's going to be darn close, I'll tell you that much. What? Dougie Hamilton's hurt again? When did he get hurt? Oh, my God. I don't know why this game does that. Is available to play. Yeah, well, I didn't even know he was hurt. Fucking game. All right, so let's do that really fast. Okay, so once again, it completely edited my entire lines, so I don't know why it would do that, but I don't know, maybe that's why we were winning, I'm not sure. But, yeah, we're back at it. Oh, yeah. Hopefully we can get something going. Like, it had Soderberg scratched, and it had Frazier in the lineup, so I didn't really understand what was going on there. But currently we're doing a lot better, so we won a few games. We just need to keep it going, basically. We want to make these playoffs. I think we need to shoot, like, we're already at almost 80 points, so, or 84 points. Oh my God, come on, injuries. This is ridiculous. Okay, let's fix this really fast. All right, there we go. Man, the injuries are getting out of hand in this last month. Just absolutely insane, especially, like, when it's getting people hurt and, like, not telling us what's going on exactly, so. All right, so 6-1 over Florida. We've got Detroit up next. Let's see how we're doing right now. Man, seriously, this is so frustrating. So, let's see where we're sitting in our division. So, we got 86 points. We've actually gotten into 4th now, which is good. We passed Ottawa, who's ahead of us. Tampa Bay is 2 points ahead of us. We have a game in hand on them as well, although Ottawa has 2 games, or a game in hand on us and 2 games on them. So, let's look at the Metropolitan. What are we at? We're at 84? 86. Yeah, we're at 86. So, regardless, we're in the wild card spot because Pittsburgh and Philly both only have 84 points. New Jersey would be the other wild card if they were to make it, but they only have 82 points, so they're not even in a chance there because Ottawa's the other wild card right now. So, it's looking good. Yeah, we got Detroit up here, and hopefully we can get a big win. We'll see what happens. But let's get into it.
Banks of the Detroit River,
Boston taking on Detroit. Detroit seemingly out of the playoffs. Unfortunately, they couldn't keep the streak going, but Boston is trying to get into the playoffs. They're trying to secure a spot right now, 41-32 and 4. Jonas Gustafsson getting the start for the Wings, and Tuukka Rask getting the start for the Bruins. Obviously, he's picked it up quite a bit since the trade at the deadline for Broder for a second pick to St. Louis there. Early on, Mikael Granlund acquired at the trade deadline with a nice little tipperoonie. 1-0 for Boston, and just great hand-eye there. Seidenberg obviously getting the shot off from the point. Nice little one-timer. And boom, tips one by Gustafsson. And then Detroit's going to go on a penalty kill. Kyle Quincy's snapping the twig of Krejci there. And on the power play, they're going to come in. Granlund to Smith, back to Granlund. He's going to find it in between the arm of Gustafsson. 2-0 on the power play. And Boston off to a decent start here. And the Red Wings not liking that. Again, Granlund from Smith and Seidenberg. Seidenberg's got 2 tallies so far on those goals.
Especially in
and
the offensive zone.
Granlund
If
making
you want to
a
isolate
nice little presence known for
people
himself
moving
in Boston.
The puck carrier.
They got a little celebration scoop in the ice. Then later on, woo! Soderberg, there it is, 3-0. Nice little pass from Danny Payet there. And Boston having a little bit of a commanding lead. Not even halfway through the game there, but look at that little off the face-off. It was literally seconds after the last goal, so pretty good for them. Power play for Detroit, and this is going to be the highlight of the night. Mikael Granlund's going to snipe one for a hat trick. Holy, did you see the speed on that kid? I think Boston made the right move at the deadline to get him up for at least a few seasons. Mikael Granlund from Krejci Krug, look at that. Look at the speed walking around Cornwall, and he's able to snipe it. Obviously, Gustafsson, the monster, trying to slide and take away that shot chance, but just couldn't get it enough. Just couldn't get enough. 4-0 for Boston. Then Detroit's finally going to get one in the third. Not much left, though. Nyquist is going to score one there. Nice little pass from Shahan. They're going to cut the lead 25%. Not going to do much, though. But Detroit's fans are pretty excited about that one, I guess. I don't know. Rask doesn't really like it because he could have had a shutout. And then right after that, Kyle Quincy, guy who took the penalty early on to allow a goal, gets one back. Batil himself sniping one upstairs on Rask and cutting the lead in half. But again, 5:14 to go. I don't know, not going to do it. Datsuk and Briere getting the helpers on that one, but yeah, that's just not going to do it. And then literally a couple seconds to go, and Jordy Eberle is going to just ice it. 33 seconds left. And that is going to be about it. 5-2 for Boston, taking a big win, much-needed win for them, as they try and secure a final playoff spot. We'll see what happens, though. And your 3 stars, Torrey Krug with 2 assists, Dennis Seidenberg with 3 assists, and Mikael Granlund with 3. All right, so a huge victory over the Detroit Red Wings, who are very having a lot of problems this season. So it makes us move up, or I guess we're kind of tied for 3rd with Tampa Bay. We got 4 games left. I don't think there's any way that Ottawa can catch us. They do have 2 games in hand, but yeah, I don't know. And if you look at the Metropolitan, the Flyers are like 4 points behind us. The Devils are like 6 points behind us, so I don't think they're going to catch us either. But let's just try and wrap up the season, and hopefully we can figure out what's going on exactly. And hopefully it doesn't sim too far ahead, because sometimes it does that. I don't know why. It's kind of strange, but yeah, we'll see if we can see who we play in the playoffs. Alright, so I figured out what my problem was. My controller is actually broken. I was getting really frustrated because I couldn't switch players, and it was randomly switching players, and I was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, my R2 button's broken, so I have to go buy a new one, apparently. Alright, so we got Toronto Maple Leafs here. Ooh, 6-0 loss. Okay, we can't lose every game, because then we might not actually make the playoffs. I mean, we should make the playoffs, but okay, let's go to roster moves, I guess, quick. That's fine. I'll just leave it like that. I don't really care if I put them in or not right now at this point. Just trying to get through the rest of the season here. All right, so Washington. Wow, they're having not a very good year at all. 31, 37, and 13. Hopefully we can get a win. Wow, we lost. Okay, Florida win. Tampa Bay is the last game. Okay, so let's sim ahead through the last game here. We should be in the playoffs, hopefully. Although Tampa Bay looks like they're ahead of us, or we're tied or something. Oh, we lost. Wow. All right, so hopefully we made the playoffs. Regular season has ended. Okay, that should. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're taking on the Habs. Wow, we actually snuck in with a wild card. Really? Wow, I thought we were like way ahead of Montreal there. Or Ottawa, sorry. So Ottawa actually ended up passing us, but we snuck in the wild card, thank goodness. So the Islanders at 88 points. We finished with 90. Oh, so we just snuck in. That's crazy how competitive it is, though. Like, usually if you're like mid 80 points, you should make the playoffs, but it looks like all the teams did fairly Really close. So we sneak in with the wild card position, taking on the Montreal Canadiens in round 1. Montreal-Boston, renewed rivalry in the playoffs. Oh my goodness gracious. So let's look at our stats for the season. Looks like Krejci finished with 67. Not much more than that going on, which is unfortunate. So yeah, Krejci had 67. Bergeron had 65. I kind of expected a bit more out of these guys. Eberle had 60 points. I don't know if that's his best season or not. No, it's not. Definitely not. So he had 65 last year. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, that's disappointing. Granlund had 54. Granlund's actually a really sick player. He's, like, so good. 54, so that's a better season, yeah. I couldn't believe how good he was, though, just playing with him. I was like, holy crap, he's actually, like, sick. Okay, goalie-wise. So, Rask finished 36, 26, and 0. 246 goals against, 914 save percentage. Subban only played 3 games. It looked like he came in for a couple. He won loss. 5 goals allowed. He didn't really have that great of stats, but that's not a big deal. He's up to an 81 though, so that's good. Yeah, maybe I'll just do overall player stats right now. Look at the playoff tree really fast here. Entirely okay. All right, there we go. So Crosby finished with 102 points. Kessel had 89. Stamkos had 88. Skinner had 87. Let's look at the top goals here really quickly. I don't know why it does that sometimes. So Skinner had 48 goals to lead the NHL. Let's just look at goalies here quickly. Goalie-wise. Jeez. All right, so most wins, LaBarbera. No, just kidding. So it looks like Mike Smith and Carey Price both had 41. Mike Smith actually had a really sick season. Where the heck is Rask? Rask, wow, he's way down here. 36 wins, 26. Yeah, he didn't have a very good year. I don't know what happened, but that's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, so we're in the playoffs, so that's the thing that counts. Let's look at the playoff tree here fast. So Minnesota, Colorado in the West, Chicago, Dallas, Arizona, San Jose, Los Angeles, St. Louis. And in the East, we got the Rangers and Philly, Pittsburgh, Ottawa, Toronto, Tampa Bay, and then us against Montreal. So we got original 6 matchup, big rivalry, Montreal, Boston. These used to be the big, these used to be the go-to playoff matchups to watch. Like, this is such a good playoff rivalry. Just a good rivalry in general. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good series. So we'll see what happens if I'm going to play 1 game or 2 games. I'm not sure. We'll see kind of how it goes. I think maybe just the elimination game maybe, and then if it goes to game 7, we'll play a game 7. But other than that, we'll just play the elimination game maybe, see what happens. But yeah, we'll finish her there. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. I got to go buy a new controller for some damn reason. I guess Call of Duty broke it. And yeah, talk to you guys later. All right, thanks for watching, guys.